Okay. Hey there, my name is Andre, and welcome back for the next episode of Mini Motorways. Today we're going to be heading straight into our fifth map on our journey to complete the entire game. What is that fifth map? Well, it is none other than London. Let's head straight into the game and actually check out the feature introduced into this map. Trains. So we have a train right here, which is going to stop at this platform and drop off one passenger. Drop off will increase as the game continues. For the first couple of weeks, we're gonna have one or two passengers dropped off here, but going forward, we're going to see upwards to about 6 or 8 passengers getting dropped off. So it is going to pick up eventually, and it's going to become increasingly difficult to sustain these platforms. That being said, we do have a red on the inside of our little railroad right here, which is really important because unlike the red house right here connected to this business, these blue houses here connected to this business have to cross this railroad. Now, why does that matter? As you can see this train coming down here, the little blue car has to stop. He has to yield for the train because he doesn't want to get crushed. So we're gonna go ahead and connect these guys to this platform as well, and then we're going to take our yellow and connect it up here to this yellow business, which is unfortunately just outside of the enclosed railroad right here. So yellow and blue are gonna have to wait for the train if it is passing during one of their journeys. We have 3 bridges right now, and we're definitely going to be getting some more. I wouldn't say that they're the most important for this map. We can definitely use a lot of them, but I think the reason that I use bridges so frequently on this map is because I can afford to use them in scenarios where I normally would want to keep hold of them. There's only one river, I believe, that flows into this map, and this would be this river right here. It is going to continue in the far corner at the bottom of the map here, and you're going to see it as the map keeps expanding. Now, what do I want to do here? I can do this. Let's do that for now. I really don't like my layout with blue here. But early game on this map is really, really tricky because of the railway. It really gets in the way of wanting to make connections that normally would be feasible, but here are really not feasible. Even getting a house to cross the railroad, I can't have the house facing the railroad. The game won't let me do that. So if I do want to use a bridge here, I would have to go to the side here and then come down. I also can't build a road that's going to go with the railway. So I'm gonna have to really plan accordingly to the railroad, which is really, really annoying. Okay, so it's the end of our second week, going into week 3 right here, and we're gonna take a motorway. What's nice about motorways is that I can do a little something like this, where I have to take a very long road and have to cross a railroad. I don't want to do that, so I'm just going to take this little guy right here and get him connected like this. Now, these red houses right here, I'm going to connect in like this, and then I am going to get them connected down here as well, and onto this business right here. Very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate spawns. Wow, the game is really just kicking me right now. Let's go ahead and take this guy. I can't do that. Let's go ahead and take this guy. Get him connected like this. And I'm actually going to take these guys as well and connect them onto the same bridge so that they can flow into this business right here. I guess it could be worse, but I'm really not a fan of this layout right now. I would like to sever this connection right here so I don't have any reds going into this business right here. But I really do need the help from these guys. Now, I think I'm going to have to take that motorway I had here and reconnect it to green, because green needs it a lot more than blue needs it. So we got our first upgrade right here on green. We're going to pick up one more bridge, and that is going to be week 4. This I do not mind. Let's go ahead and make a straight line over to this business. That's actually a really nice spawn. It's refreshing to have something easy at this point, because we have been struggling up until now to make this map work for us. I'm really hopeful that we're going to be having a good game today, but I have been struggling trying to make this map work. It's actually the 4th time I am recording this, believe it or not. London is a very difficult map. I remember when I originally recorded this for my first channel, I also had a really tough time getting a good score on this map. But hopefully that just means that when I do get a good score, it is going to be a very good score, and you guys are going to be able to experience that with me. So got over 200 points already, which is not bad. It's a good start. Things are going to pick up slowly now. I find around the 200 point mark, we start seeing a bit more happening. So I see a lot of slowing down here with my blue vehicles. Let me go ahead and put that motorway back in for this one lonely house. Get it connected like that, and we are looking better. Hopefully this is going to be a quiet week. We do tend to get quiet weeks around this point into the game. Gonna connect this guy like this. This is actually the first time that I got the connection down here. I usually get the connection right here. And I think I'm going to stop a connection from spawning here. I'm gonna put down a couple of road tiles there, and I don't believe that there's anywhere else where one of these platforms can actually spawn. I think I am deleting the possibility of a 3rd platform. So I'm gonna keep those road tiles there. I really want to just focus on whatever I have going on. Let's pick up another bridge. There's not a lot of space to be using these bridges, but I'm going to do my best to facilitate the trek for any businesses that already exist, if I can get them connected with the help of a bridge. I'm tempted to get this yellow flowing into here because it's so close. And the only time that I'm really going to have to have cars leave this house is right after a train has already passed here. So it's not a bad idea. In this scenario, the railroad doesn't really get in my way. So it's something to remember, to keep in mind. I might even just do that. I don't see why not. So we have one more yellow business. Let's see where we get some spawns, and they're actually going to be up here. Let me pause the game, and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm not quite sure how different it looks, but it must be completely different for you guys. I'm going to be seeing it in editing, but I went around and changed a lot on my map. Let me pause for 1 second and complete this connection here while also taking this off from here. So yeah, I tried to separate things as best as I could and also keep things in areas where they don't really have to worry about the train passing through. So that's why I severed a lot of connections right here, as well as trying to keep things within this confined area right here. actually gonna take this guy and bring him down here. That's really good as well. I really like getting that yellow, one more yellow connected in here. We got some green here. Not great. I might just wait for the end of the week, hoping that I receive a motorway. And if I do receive a motorway, I can take these guys and I can just motorway them into here. Okay, I mean, I don't mind. Sure, let's do it that way. Where are we getting? We got ourselves a motorway. That is the best possible option we could have gotten right there. So let's pause the game for a second, take our motorway, and connect it right here to this little community of green. Now, I should be receiving some more light blues over here. I see them spawning on the other side of the map. For now, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to take the one and go like that. If I can get a roundabout, I would love to get these guys connected. So let me actually do that for now. I know it's a little messy with the blue houses right here intersecting with the red houses, but I'm sure it's going to work out just fine for us. So we got a small community of light blue right here. Let's get them all connected together, kind of minimize our space in case we get some more spawns. We're closing in on 700 points, which is quite nice. I don't think anything can spawn here anymore, but I am scared. So I'm gonna keep my roads on either side of this railway here. Let's see. So 1, 2, it can't be on the inside. It cannot physically fit there. But here it could. So we're gonna keep that there. We do have some more green spawning in there, and we have some more red right here. That's really nice. Let me go ahead and connect that there. Let me sever this connection, actually, and connect these guys up here with another bridge and connect them onto here. That's actually a very beautiful connection. Then we're going to come over to this way, and we are going to turn this guy this way. Whoops. We're going to come over here, and we're going to connect into this business right here. We're going to keep our motorway here for now, but we can sever it if we ever have to. I actually am going to sever it now that I got that new spawn down there. They're definitely sufficient for that business. And I'm going to take this guy, get him connected on here as well. We're looking pretty good for every business right now. Things actually turned around quite nicely for us. My only real problem is this guy right here. He doesn't have enough connections. So I might take this guy and just bring him here. Let's see. We got a lot of light blue at the bottom here. I might even get them connected into this guy so that I can support this guy a little more. So let me actually keep that there. I don't mind keeping one connection in proximity. I am gonna pause the game. Yeah, I have so many houses, so let's go ahead and get some houses interconnected here. That should work, yeah. Okay. These ones too. And I think this community is actually better for that upgraded business. And the reason why I feel it's better is just because we have a very straight path here, as well as this new spawn right now. So, okay, let us go against the river and connect to this community right here. That worked out really, really well for us, and we just surpassed 1,000 points, which is a good milestone for any mini motorways map. So let's keep this vibe going, please. I love having a secondary connection in proximity to this guy. Although, to be honest, I'm not sure which houses are actually feeding into it first. We love the yellow that we're seeing here. Let's see, we are having a little bit of trouble with yellow up here. Is there anything that I can do to help this yellow? I think I'm just gonna run the game because I might get a motorway. It is almost the end of the week. Unfortunately, no motorway. I am going to opt for a roundabout. I feel like roundabout could become useful for me eventually. I'm gonna pause the game and I will get right back to you guys after I figure out a solution for that yellow business in the top right corner here as well. Okay, so there was no easy one singular solution to my yellow problem up there. What I ended up doing is kind of fixing this area a little bit, fixing this area a little bit, and I connected these guys onto this business as well. And I also got this guy connected through the back here, and I got this guy connected as well. So I got 2 extra connections over here, as well as some connections at the top here. I might actually sever this now because this guy's doing all right, and he does have 4 connections. And I don't want cars from these yellow houses making the trek all the way back here. That would be really bad. So let's keep the game going, and I am going to keep playing. We do have green over here. What can I do with green? What can I do with green? Let me actually pause the game once more, and I will get back to you guys again momentarily. So for now, what I did with green down here is I connected 2 of these houses from down here. I might even go ahead and connect 1 more. Yeah, I'm getting so many houses spawning down here. That's awesome. And that will hopefully help me a whole bunch with my 2 businesses that can now be separate completely. I don't have to worry too much about what's going on there. Let me put in a roundabout over here because I know it's going to be a problem eventually, and I don't want it to be a problem. So I'm going to put in a roundabout and feed these houses into here a little differently. This one's going to feed in through here. These ones through here. And these ones up here. Okay. That should help them just coming back home and not getting in the way of their neighbors' houses, because that does happen sometimes in this game. I'm also going to get that connected here, which is great for this guy over here. Just hoping that train doesn't cause any problems for them. We got a motorway that is fabulous. Let's hold on to it for now, because I don't think we really need to use it. I might actually use it on a couple of these yellows. I may sever this connection here and get them feeding straight into this side. Because I feel like that's something that could be really helpful for that yellow business right there eventually. We got some more red, some more blue, some more light blue going on here. I'm trying to keep track of most of what's spawning on the map right now, but it's becoming increasingly difficult as the map, or rather as time keeps going, right? So okay, I got a lot of connections here. I can even go ahead and pause my game. I have 1 more bridge. So let me actually take these guys and create a new bridge for them so that they can just feed into that business a little quicker. And I will take this yellow and feed it right here. Let's see, what else is spawning? What are we getting? What's happening here? We got these 3. I kind of like them. If I need to motorway them anywhere, I can absolutely do that. Let's pick up Do we have space for another bridge? Is what I'm really wondering right now. Because we've used a lot of bridges here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bridges already. And it kind of looks like we're running out of space for them. I might opt for a roundabout here. And I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to opt for a cheeky roundabout. Everything looks pretty good. This is the only one that's kind of giving me a hard time right now. And I also got this new spawn right here. I kind of don't want to have to get in the way of my greens when getting these guys in here. So I do have a lot of light blue on the right side of the map, taking care of the same business as this motorway here. So let me actually take just 2 of these guys and bring them up and around as well. And now I can safely, finally delete those road tiles right there. And as I expected, we got a new dark blue business. Let's go ahead and connect these guys. Straight up here. Beautiful. We love that. Okay, please. Okay. And then this guy up here as well, and we got one more connection for these guys right here as well. Wow, so we got one more connection happening over here with yellow. We got a new business right here, and it's actually really good for us because it is right next to my community of yellow, my huge community of yellow. So I can go ahead and just break off one branch from my roundabout and get those connected together. And then some more navy blue right here. Let's get that connected. And we have another motorway, which is really, really good. We actually have 2,200 points. We are doing excellent this game. Let's try and keep the momentum going. Do I see any areas that are having problems right now that could use the help of possibly a motorway? Not really. I'm not really seeing anything crazy right now. I might actually connect this guy here. This guy I don't really care to get connected. And then green. Green has... Okay, it's these guys over here that are feeding into green. It is becoming kind of a mess here. Let me go ahead and see if I can fit a roundabout somewhere in here. Okay, so hopefully this doesn't screw me over. I think that blue is mostly, yeah, taking their cars from this side right here. So I fed a roundabout right here for green. And I'm gonna hope that that kind of helps alleviate a little bit of pressure here. It might cause some pressure. What I might actually do is I could separate my communities. I could separate them into 2. And you know what? Let me pause the game once more. I am so sorry, but I'm gonna figure this out one more time because I want to use one of my 2 motorways to separate these 2 communities. So I will be right back. Okay, so I think I feel good about my 2 motorways now for green. So now I have one motorway feeding into this business right here, and I have one feeding into this business right here. I got some more spawns. That might have just been houses, hopefully. Nothing is kind of going crazy loco out of control yet, but I am noticing a little bit of tension with these guys here. So what I might do, I think the roundabout is doing okay, but I'm going to sever this, and I'm going to take my motorway, and I'm going to go ahead and feed my motorway from the roundabout straight into here. And hopefully that actually eases traffic for these guys a little bit. Yeah, we're already seeing a difference. Red is doing so much better now. We had a little bit of trouble, but it's not really a problem anymore. Green is having a little bit of issues here. Man, I would love to get a second motorway in there. That would be really helpful. Let me feed green into here because I see this one having a little bit of trouble keeping up with demand. Man, let's take a roundabout. I was really hoping for motorway right there. Our game might be coming to an end very soon. Especially, yeah, this green right here is going to be giving us a lot of problems. So let's feed this guy into here, try and alleviate pressure slightly. I don't know if it's going to work. We're just going to have to wait and find out. It's getting really close. Man, every time I see those pins go down, they just go right back up. I think this is the end. So close to 4,000. Not as close as I thought. I thought we were at 3,900. Still, 3,394 is a commendable score in mini motorways, especially when you have to deal with the trains. The trains are difficult. Anyway, let's take a look at my map. Let's see what it looks like, and perhaps if there's anything that I could have done differently to prevent that green at the bottom there from completely going to shit at the end there. So I did have that big community at the top there, and maybe using that motorway number 6 to alleviate stress on red and yellow was not necessary in that moment. I might have been able to use that motorway to bring greens from the top in a straight line down to that business at the bottom there that was really suffering from pressure. So I feel like that's what I could have done. Unfortunately, I hadn't thought about that. I wish I had. I had so many motorways. I was kind of just looking at what was right in front of me and trying to alleviate stress on even small businesses that that didn't really need that help in the moment, but maybe along the journey could have needed that help. Anyway, I like rambling on about what I could have done better in the game at the end of the game. I hope you enjoyed that as well. I kind of want to keep that trend going at the end of every Mini Motorways game. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I thought it was a pretty good one, and I hope to see you next time for the next episode. Peace.